Welcome everybody to the quarterfinals here at the U.S. Open in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You are watching Alexandra Herrera, the lefty, against Mejia. This is going to be a great match. These two are doubles partners. They played each other just a few weeks ago in Mexico. Mejia claiming the win, but Herrera has the higher seed. Mejia, always able to cause an upset, doesn't always show up to these events as a full-time student, but certainly knows how to put on a show. Well, my name's Tim Baghurst. Thanks for joining us. I'm joined by LPRT Commissioner TJ Bamba. We're a bit late starting because of our previous match, but that just means we're going to have action later through the day. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a delay, a men's doubles match on this court, but we're glad to get started now. Good matchup.
Wow, what a start from Herrera. Deep in the back right court, rips a forehand pinch winner. That's how you start a quarterfinal.
Alexandra Herrera, lefty player, good doubles player, tough in the service box, especially serving down this left side. Mejia and all around, just tough player, smart player. With, as we were saying last night in their doubles match, that these two won. How great Mejia's hands are, just such great touch shots and great control on the front of the court. Something that should play very well against Alexandra Herrera.
And I would say has the advantage from an athleticism point of view as well.
Yeah, Alexandra Herrera, definitely a great shooter. Probably not as great court coverage as Monse, and hitting those soft touch shots up front where Alexandra has to run so far forward should be an advantage.
Good start for Mejia. She's a confident player. She beat Herrera the last time these two were on court together, and probably feels like this is going to happen again. Herrera needs to do something different. She, as we said, she's a shooter. She's going to have to work harder than she normally has to in the early rounds. Sure, you're the number 4 seed. You're supposed to be in the semifinals. Probably doesn't want to be facing Mejia today. There's a great example. You've got to get that ball back. 5-0. Just like that, 5-0.
Yes, no, at our very first event in Mexico, in San Luis, Mexico this season, our Grand Slam, Mejia did beat Alexandra Herrera in this quarterfinal round.
Six serving 0. It's all Mejia right now.
Pinch into that front left corner, and I say it again, that is Alexandra Herrera's money shot. She's so consistent and is very comfortable making that shot. You'll see her end a lot of rallies that way.
That's the difference right there. I talked about Herrera on the left side, not able to get the ball back to the wall. Mejia got there and did something clever with it, earns the opportunity to serve. Picking on that right side, not surprising as Herrera is a left-handed player. Another skip. I mean, timeout. What, you know, regroup. 7-0. What are you doing?
You have 2 timeouts. Each player has 2 1-minute timeouts. You got to use them, especially, I mean, to break a momentum like this.
We will take the timeout. It's 8 serving 0. Well, if you're just joining us, we're here at the U.S. Open. We've been here a few days. It's now the quarterfinals.
This is a big event. We're in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, right at the Target Center, a Lifetime Fitness club with a lot of racquetball courts and the glass court set up for center stage, which eventually the LPRT will be on. But yes, over 700 amateur players in the event. A lot of matches going on all day. I mean, we started early Wednesday morning with qualifiers. I know matches started at 7 a.m. yesterday morning as I was here playing in one of those.
Yeah, matches went through midnight last night, and you know, it's great to see so many amateurs around. Also, watching these players and kind of seeing the best in the world and being able to compare yourself to those. How would I fare playing against a Mejia or a Herrera, for example? And I know I've spoken to some ladies who've come here to the US Open, not just to play, but also I can't wait to watch the pros play.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about this event. The amateurs are playing on courts next door to the pros, and they can stop by. We see a lot of new faces here. A lot of people checking out the pros.
And Mejia has started brightly. Sometimes she's a little bit slow to get going. We've seen that in some of her matches, but not this morning. Really started well. She's on a mission.
Yeah, she is determined.
Mejia was a little bit hopeful for a replay, but I think knew that she wasn't going to get it. Side out. Our official for this match and throughout the day, Maria Renee Rodriguez, the LPRT
official tour referee.
You said it better than me. I was thinking the official.
The official. That's a nice ring.
Soft hands, Mejia. 9 serving 0. Oh my gosh. It's just so easy, but that's so hard to execute. And you just look at that and go, wow, what hands. Yes. Mejia would be a great outdoor player, I think, the way that she plays and attacks balls early. And it means that she's a very, very good doubles player as well.
We know that about her. She and her partner here, Alexandra Herrera, have a spot in the pro semifinals which will be this evening, later on this evening.
That's right. They won yesterday against Team Guatemala, 11-9 in the tiebreaker. And again, but Herrera has to get that. That second bounce was in the service box, and she gave up on it. It's almost like she's quit on this game.
But still has, I mean, we have how many timeouts left?
Well, she has 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
Well, that time Herrera earns a side out. She's trying to avoid the dreaded 0 on her scoreboard. There's a great example of taking that ball early. It's in the middle. Most players would allow that to bounce and then scoot back to take it, and then Mejia would be in the back right corner. Little loose on that serve. Mejia was there. She knew what was coming. Herrera gets off the 0. She earns her first point.
Jeez, what a first game here for Monte Mejia. She came in, it was all business. Just getting it done, 12-1.
Skip ball, Herrera.
13-1.
It's a great shot, and Mejia went to her forehand,
and Alexandra pinched in that front left corner.
As you mentioned, it's her favorite shot. Again, I want to see a replay of this because look at where this second bounce occurs. Herrera can get that, and she just gave up on it. Take a look. Yeah, the second bounce was in the service box, almost at the short serve line.
We know, I mean, we've said this before, one of the things that would absolutely help Alexandra Herrera's game is just fitness, is just getting in the gym, working on strength first and foremost, some power moves, and with that, speed as well, speed, footwork.
Yeah, she can shoot. You saw a great example of it right there. She has great hands. She definitely goes for bottom board a lot because she's successful at it. That's why she's number 4.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Let's not forget that.
Yes, having said all that, she is one of the best shooters in the top 10. I would even give that top 8. Best shooters in the top 8.
Mejia leaning, standing up on that shot. Point for Herrera. Smart. Straight down the left side. Side out. TJ, we look at the draw. We look at the players who are here. It's a big draw. And I'm always looking at who are the up and comers? Who are the ones who are trying to make a statement?
Yeah.
And certainly Mejia seems to have risen to the top of that list over the last 6 months.
I would say, and before that, she, I mean, junior world champion and, you know, for 2 years, an all-around great player. Unfortunately, we don't see her on the tour full time, but we hope to come up. We're between games here, so we'll take a little break as the players get a little rest. We'll be back here in just a minute.
We're back, everybody. Monse Mejia claimed the first 15-3. Very quick first game. Herrera's going to have to do something different if she wants to get back in this match. Of course, just a reminder, more matches coming up throughout the day. We have all the quarterfinals, and then we have the double semifinals this evening.
Yeah, that'll be some exciting matchups. for the LPRT.
0-0.
So here we go. Good start for Herrera.
There we go, money shot.
1-0. 2-0.
2 serving 0.
Click down and it says game 4. And 4 player 1.
That one just doesn't quite make it to the front wall for Herrera. Monza Mejia in the service box, serving at 0-2. So great matchups today in the quarterfinals. We've got this match, of course. And next up on this court, we've got Maria Jose Vargas and fellow countrywoman Natalia Mendez. After that, Nancy Enriquez and Samantha Salas. And we're going to follow up our fourth quarterfinal with Paula Longoria and Maciel Rivera. So good matches.
Well, Herrera started much brighter in the second game. The Vargas-Mendez matchup will be interesting. They faced each other a few times, and Mendez just can't quite get Vargas. And at some point, I think she's going to.
Yeah.
The question is, it's just, I think, a matter of when, not if.
Yes, I would agree with that. I think Vargas is playing very well right now, as we know from our last event, Tier 1 in Virginia Beach, where Vargas beat #1 player Paola Longoria in the final. So she's riding off those fumes to come into the U.S. Open this year.
Riding off the fumes. I love it, DJ. So a much better start for Herrera.
5-2.
Can you hear me? They can't hear me.
5 serving 2. What a difference a 2-minute timeout can make. Herrera with the 6-2 lead.
Herrera has her hand up. I'm not exactly sure what she's asking for, though. I don't know if she thought that was a screen or something. Don't know. She gets no call from the referee.
Skip ball, Herrera.
Unusual for her to miss a setup like that. Again, into that front left corner.
Yeah, she was leaning into that one, didn't move her feet. That was a late.
Right.
That was late.
Yeah, I don't know that I didn't notice Monse Mejia checking the receiver, though. She just went up and served. So
She didn't, but Herrera, I think, knew that and then quickly got the racket up. So, and that's exactly what's going on. There's a discussion with Mejia and the official Rodriguez about that racket being raised. we mentioned Herrera. We mentioned Herrera and kind of the talent she has. She's going to take a timeout. Sorry, not Herrera, Mejia. Another junior that, or up and coming player is Aaron Groves, who has done better and better in each tournament and is just coming out of the juniors, is still very young, has an unorthodox swing, but yesterday defeated Cristina Amaya.
Yes.
And it was like, whoa, she's really getting better and better each tournament.
I've noticed. So I've seen her at pretty much every event we have gone to in Mexico, but all of a sudden I've started seeing her recently travel to more LPRT events, which is fantastic. We saw her in New York, and we saw her here in Virginia just a few weeks ago.
So just a reminder, coming up we have more matches. You can see them on your screen. We're a little bit behind our schedule. So Vargas and Mendez coming up after this, but we'll see. Herrera, can she take this to a tiebreaker? She has the lead in game 2. She lost game 1 pretty heavily.
Eight serving 3. What a, like you said, Tim, what a difference a game makes.
9-3.
9-3.
So different. Alexandra Herrera really seems to be getting her serves in here in game 2.
And I'll talk in a minute why I think Herrera is doing better in game 2.
No. 9-3.
I believe that was a courtender?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a little different for LPRT rules this year as opposed to last season. LPRT last season was playing best out of 5 games to 11. We have now switched, starting with the 2019-2020 season, 2 games to 15, tiebreaker to 11, win by 1. Also falling more in line with the IRF, the International Racquetball Federation rules. So we are playing court hinders. There are 2 1-minute timeouts, and another major difference is just when the players are allowed to come out of the box after a serve. So after contact of a serve, players of singles or doubles partners are allowed to exit the box.
Little frustration from Herrera. 9 serving 3. Mejia got to this stage by defeating Rodriguez in 2 games, 12-4, and then Aranda Rasic, 6-8. Herrera. She defeated Montserrat Perez, 9-1, and then Carla Munoz, 13-8. 4 serving 9. Some mistakes creeping into the game of Mejia. Oh, that's too good. Herrera, TJ, you mentioned this. It's her favorite shot. Look at how well she executes this. Feet set. Everyone knows what she's going to hit, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing that impresses me about her taking that shot, she can take it from anywhere on the court. And there she hits one with her backhand.
11-4.
Loose serve off the sidewall.
4-11.
Much more consistency here for Herrera. Tough serves,
12-4.
weak return, a setup, and she puts the ball away. That's exactly the rally that Herrera wants.
Another skip from Mejia.
13-4.
She wasn't making those in game one, and you just wonder what. I mean, what's changed? Herrera's always going to be Herrera, but the balls are just coming higher and higher for Mejia. Good get, Herrera. Oh,
boy.
no, not that time, TJ. That was the forehand pinch.
Yes. But I like what Alexandra Herrera did. She missed it. She went, shrugged it off.
I just hit
went
5
right
of them, so
yeah,
I'll get
yeah.
the next 5.
Yeah, I went right back to receive serve.
Smart. Slicing it right.
Again, there's one that
5-13.
Alexandra Herrera was half a step away.
Right, and if that was Vargas, Vargas would have been on the floor getting that back.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a number 3 seed and a number 4 seed.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about, or we haven't, and I said I would bring it up. What happened in game one? I mean, why was Herrera just so far? And we watched before the match how these players warmed up, how they got here and prepared. And I would say that we didn't see much of it at all.
No, as opposed to the 1, 2, and 3 players on tour who have a very specific routine that they do every time they come to a tournament. Very specific. They run, they walk, they hop, they do their calisthenics or so to speak before they even step on the court.
Yeah, they come on the court sweaty.
Yes.
And I was watching these two, and it was just kind of like, almost like, oh, we just
Okay,
woke
let me put
up,
my
let's
shoes
go play.
on.
And so for Herrera, that's obviously a clear disadvantage for her because Mejia started the brighter, and Herrera was just kind of waking up. Well, guess what? You woke up, and it's game 2.
Yeah, that's where a coach for these young players would help. I mean, obviously they both have a lot of talent. Just a little bit more coaching would I think up their game even more.
I agree. Well, we're back in. Herrera took the timeout.
5-13.
That's a clean backhand winner.
13-5.
She's up 13-5 and took the timeout. You take the timeout when you need it. She got the side out.
I'm gonna guess a tiebreaker in our future here, but why not?
Oh, prediction.
Yeah.
Skip ball, Herrera. Little frustration from her.
5-13.
Looks like Lambert has showed up and is giving Mejia a little coaching. Lambert from Canada was playing yesterday.
13-5.
Too easy for Herrera. There's a fist pump.
5-13.
The last few points always hardest to win. Wow, that's a crisp backhand winner from Herrera.
14-5.
Let's take another look at this. Shoulder high. Perfect. So Herrera standing over. Well, she moves back to the middle.
5-13.
Wow, what a great rally by these two players.
It was a great rally.
Yeah, I would say just watching that rally, almost every shot, Monte Mejia is hitting long passes and so a couple wraparounds there, but they're generally speaking staying up and coming back and setting Alexandra Herrera up. I'd like to see Monte hit a few more soft pinches up that we know she could do. I don't feel like Alexandra Herrera is going to be able to retrieve that.
I agree. Mejia is she's a classic player. She hits a lot of passes. That's her game. Nicely done. Keeping her composure as the ball passes Mejia. Sometimes you can get distracted by your opponent and then lose focus of what you're trying to do, which is execute. Skip ball.
14-5.
Game point for Herrera. What a tale of two games. There it is, the forehand pinch winner. And here we go for a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. All right, we'll be back in just a minute live here at the U.S. Open.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
How did you know? And Megan!
Hey, you're that guy.
The My Pillow guy.
That's right, and I'm here to help you get the best sleep of your lives. Just like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. I had tried every pillow out there and none of them worked. That's why I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck aligned. My Pillow will hold its shape all night long, regardless of your sleep position, for the best sleep of your life. Take advantage of my 2-pack special. Use the promo code and get 2 My Pillows for just $69.98. That's only $34.99 a pillow. Call or go online now. You're sleeping better.
Much better.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim and TJ joining you for a tiebreaker between these two Mexican players. Alexandra Herrera, you can see on the left, the left-handed player. Monse Mejia on the right. Well, Mejia serves first because she won 4 points instead of Herrera's 3.
Gosh, what a difference in games. I mean, truly controlled by Mejia in the first game and then Alexandra in the second game.
And I think there's a lesson here to be learned as a player. When, you can lose a game really badly, but it doesn't mean you can't win the match. So Herrera strikes first. I mean, it's easy to get down on yourself. I just lost 15-3.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible player. What's going on? And look at the difference. Herrera regrouped and came back and did exactly the same to Mejia.
Right. So that's a good point because at the end of game 2, Mejia looked a little deflated, and she's got to be careful not to let that get to her. Come back full force here in game 3 in the tiebreaker.
Oh my, Herrera. Each player kind of baiting the other to take a shot.
Yes.
And I think in that situation, in most cases, it's going to favor Herrera.
Yeah, and I would say I don't think Mejia meant to hit that ball quite so high.
Replays the call. I think Herrera was clear.
I do too. I know when you're in there, it seems like your opponent is a lot closer. Sometimes you just gotta swing.
Oh, Herrera, there's the footwork and speed.
Where she had to run forward and she didn't get there.
Point.
Oh, crazy balance on that serve. Again, where Alexandra Herrera is gonna have to run forward. It seems like a good strategy.
Well, during the timeout between games 2 and 3, Herrera was on the phone, which means somebody's watching.
Oh,
and
Mejia was on the phone.
Excuse me, Mejia, thank you. Somebody's watching, giving her some advice, and maybe that's caused her to settle down a little bit, and she's raced to a 4-1 lead.
The value of a coach, right, coach?
That's right. And the value of watching your player on a stream.
Yes, I mean, your coach can be anywhere. We have our first time out. We'll take a little break as well. We'll be back live in the tiebreaker in just a minute.
So it's game number 3, and we see a reversal from game number 2. Mejia racing away in a lead, just like game 1.
She came back. I mean, fresh start, right? 0-0, come back in. The new plan. She's hitting some more Z serve. I know.
Oh.
Z serves, I noticed.
Well, Mejia got one in the elbow. You could see
she walked right into it.
she was running across too soon.
Trying to get back to center court, but yeah, paid the price. The penalty hinder.
Good pickup that time, Herrera. And soft hands. She earned that one by getting that ball back. She's got to work on that so she can get more of them back.
Yes.
Herrera won't like this one, but this time the correct call.
Well, and I give Monse credit. She realized the replay or the ref didn't stop, and then she went ahead and hit the ball, and it was actually a good shot. So.
No.
Oh, she was wide. It was wide open.
Yep, it's a good call. Watch this.
She's clear
Yep.
for 2 minutes.
Herrera has to step in rather than wait for the ball to come to her. Well, thanks for all your support of our live stream. Really appreciate the feedback. So a little bit of a testy last 5 minutes between these two doubles partners. 6 serving 2. Few questionable calls, at least in the players' minds. So far, I think they've been accurate. TJ, I'm trying to remember the last time that Mejia hit an actual pinch winner or splat. She just keeps going down the lines, and Herrera can just stay deep.
Yes, and she's tall. She's got a long reach, and she is getting to those balls.
There.
See, that is the shot I think Mansa Mejia needs to hit. Something that makes Herrera run forward, which to me, she does not have that power for first step.
No, and again, that second bounce is in the service box. You've got to make an effort. And Herrera just kind of gave up on it. It's a good point. Great backhand down the line from Herrera. If Herrera's going to get back into this, she needs a good drive serve here. She's hit a lot of short serves. That's a really good one. Oh, that's even better. Look at this from Mejia on the floor and wins it. Step 1 is getting it back. Step 2 is winning the point. Paying the price of not being able to hit that pinch.
Yes.
And I think if she goes back and watches this, or her coach watches this, she's got to practice that. She's got to practice those pinches, those splats, because it will add another dimension to her game.
Right. Still so young. I mean, both these players really very young players in the scheme of racquetball. And Mansa Mejia just out of juniors, current reigning junior world champion. She's aged out now. She's 19, so won't be able to play in November.
There it is for Mejia.
7 serving 2. Mansa Mejia 4 points away from moving on to the semifinals. Alexandra Herrera trying to get back in this game. Alexandra certainly controlled that game number 2.
Smart pass down the right side from Mejia. Timeout on the court taken by Herrera. Maybe waited a little too long with these new rules. 2 timeouts in the tiebreaker.
Yes.
You know, it's 8 serving 2.
Right. Break the momentum, take a little break. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back here live at the US Open in just a minute. All right, we're back in after a timeout. 8 serving 2. Monse Mejia leading in the tiebreaker over Alexander Herrera. She gets another point there, 9 serving 2.
9-2.
Alexander Herrera just needs to find a way to get back in the service box. She's had a lot of success. Once she's in there, she's got great serves. She's had a lot of weak returns for Monse. Smart shot by Monse Mejia.
10-2.
Match point for Monse Mejia. That's it. Monse Mejia moves on to the semifinals here at the U.S. Open. Stay tuned. We're going to do a little on-court interview with the winner in just about 1 minute. All right. Congratulations, Monse Mejia, your first U.S. Open semifinal. Well done. What a great match you played. I mean, tough second game for you. I mean, I'm just gonna hand this over to you.
She's a great player. I feel so good. This court is different than the other ones. Congratulations to Alexandra. She's an awesome partner and person. Y gracias a mis papás y a Gearbox y a todas las personas que están viéndome. Y pues vamos con toda la semifinal contra Paola. No se lo pierdan.
So you and Alexander are gonna pair up later in the double semifinals as well. How is that playing against your partner?
It's difficult because I have like I don't know, like she's my best friend, so it's so difficult.
Well, congratulations again to you and good luck in the semifinals. We'll be watching you again on the live stream later tonight in the doubles. So best of luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
So you saw Monse Mejia win that first quarterfinal. Coming up, pacing to get in this court, Maria Jose Vargas. And she'll be taking on her doubles partner and teammate, Natalia Mendez, who's also coming on the court. Of course, we need to reset the feed, so we'll be back in just a few minutes as these two are here and ready to go.